Hello again, everyone, and welcome to Motorsports Magazine from the Airborne Speedway in Plattsburgh. I'm Rick Knowles, joined by Rob Knowles. Gene Gagne from OutsideGroove.com, our videographer. Well, Rob, it's Fall Foliage 300 weekend. We're going to have championship races for the Bombers and Mini Modifieds. 100 laps for the Ernie's Discount Tools Dirt Car Modifieds as well, plus a championship to decide in the Renegades. And in the Sportsman division, Robin Wood, all he needs to do is start the race.
Where should we start? You just set the whole table, Rick. Which one should we break down first? You pick.
Well, let's start with the Bomber division, where going into today's race, 3 drivers have a chance at a track championship.
Yeah, it's certainly been a soap opera of late in the Bomber division. A couple of weeks ago, Josh Durivage was disqualified. That set him well back in the points. Then last week, it looked like the 21 of Richner and the 57 of Joyle had been disqualified. That set them back in the points and put Durivage back on the top. So going into this race, it's Josh Durivage who is the point leader, with both Richner and Joyle having very good possibilities to walk away with a track championship. So this 25-lap race for the Bombers will decide the track champion. And again, I would expect those 3 guys to be right in the mix, fighting it out inside the top 5.
Good field of Mini Modifieds here, but Rick Donor has already clinched the track championship.
He has dominated the division. He's won 9 times this season. Rick is going to sell that automobile and is thinking about moving up into the Renegade division for next season, but it has really been a superb season for that number 95 car, and they'll be out trying to stop him again today.
Speaking of that Renegade division, still 3 drivers mathematically with a chance to win that championship.
Yeah, that should be a good one. 25-lap feature for them. Lonnie Rivers, the 2-time defending track champion, comes in with a slim 2-point lead over Kevin Boutin, who is looking for his first championship at the Speedway. Boutin, who is from Swanton, Vermont, would basically need to finish 1 spot better than Rivers in today's race to at least tie for a track championship. And then also in the mix is Dave Rabtoy, although he's 14 points out and being double digits behind those other 2 drivers, that's certainly going to make his task a little bit more difficult. He's going to have to win and then hope that those 2 guys, Rivers and the 25 of Boutin, have a disappointing performance. So 3 drivers with a shot at a track championship there as well.
Robin Wood and Bucko Branham have been the winningest drivers in the Sportsman division. Robin tops and wins. All he has to do is start the race. He will be tops in points.
Yeah, Robin Wood really, with his finish last week, picking up his 6th victory of the year, padded that lead up to 32 over Bucko Branham, the 2-time defending champ. And with that 32-point lead, Bucko is really in a position where there's nothing that he can do about it. Robin, the most that Bucko could make up in a race is 30 points. With a 32-point lead, Robin Wood's lead is safe. So he'll be the 2010 Sportsman Track Champion.
We already crowned a modified track champion. That is Patrick Dupree, picking up his 2nd in 3 years. But nonetheless, a good field of just around 30 modifieds going at it for 100 laps for a Tri-Track Series race.
30 was the number that I had at last count. We've got a couple of invaders as well. Kenny Tremont's making his first appearance at the Speedway this season. We'll also see Keith Flack again. Both of the Stone cars are here. So right at 30, that was my count in the Ernie's Discount Tools Modified Division. It's a part of that Tri-Track Series, as you mentioned. Don Scarborough has the lead in the points in that series, and we're told, and we didn't realize this, but we're told that a late addition to that Tri-Track Series schedule has been added down to Albany, Saratoga. So we thought this would be the final race in that series, but apparently not.
Well, that race has been rained out. 2 races have been rained out, and originally Bruce Richards from the CVRA said he would not reschedule it, and now apparently he has, but the race hasn't been run yet, and as often as they change their minds down there, I would be surprised if it does get run.
That's true. But we're looking forward to a good race today. There's 30 cars here, as we said. Tremont's won this 3 times. Flack is fast. Of course, Patrick Dupree, Martin Anois, and the other Airborne regulars will be trying to take home that victory.
It's all coming up on Motorsports Magazine from the Airborne Speedway in Plattsburgh. Next, Chris LeVere, Speedy Brissett, Jamie LaFountain, and shotgun on the field, Richie Turner in the 13. Good jump on the inside for the Woodward 46, but look at that inside line open up for the 33 of Chris. Up the backstretch. Chris is your leader. Far outside, it's the 03 of Speedy Brissett. Kurt Seymour moving up on the inside. Malcolm Woodward's got that middle line as they come off turn 4. Chris is your leader. Speedy Brissett runs in the 2nd spot. Then we drop back to the 35 of Kurt Seymour Sr. Chris LeVere has moved into the 4th spot. And he's brought Jamie LaFountain with him into 5th. car that is leading out there for practice only. It is not being scored, as that car has not officially gone through tech yet. Once that car was attempted to be purchased by the racetrack a few weeks ago. So that car only out there for a leisurely stroll in the afternoon, but it's a good stroll it is because he's up front and leading. Speedy Brissett running second, but actually leading the race. And it's the 4 of LeVere, the 20 of LaFountain, and the Seymours still run together. And it's a good gap back to the 37 of Parent, the 13 of Richie Turner, and Malcolm Woodward's 46 has dropped to the back of the pack. And stuck in the end is the brown turd. Chris leads the way in the 33, but the actual race leader, as we mentioned once before, is that 03 of Speedy. LeVere and LaFountain battle for the number 2 spot, although it's the number 3 spot on the track. And if we haven't confused you yet, we'll keep trying.
Well, if they're not confused yet, we've got Bruce Jarvis with us, and he'll try his best to confuse everybody real soon.
Here comes LaFountain to challenge LeVere on the inside. Checkered flag is out. Chris wins, but he doesn't. Brissett wins. He does. LaFountain finishes third, but actually second. LeVere fourth, but actually third, and forget about the rest. They start to pick it up as they come off turn 4. Green. Flag is out. Pelkey and Lavarnway run together into turn 1. It's Pelkey on the inside, Lavarnway on the outside, still side by side up the backstretch. Josh Lavarnway sticks his nose in front, but Pelkey coming right back on the inside. Bill Joyle Sr. runs in the number 3 spot. They come off turn 4. It's going to be Pelkey to lead lap 1. Lavarnway is second. Black flag out because the right front tire is down on the Joe Jeanette 31 car. He is headed pit side. 4 wide action as they scramble to get around John Michael Brissett. Richner's moving up. Duravage is moving up. They're both into qualified spots. Ed Pelkey continues to lead the way in the 88D with Josh Lavarnway in the number 2 spot. Joyle Sr. runs third in the 58, and it's Duravage and Richner side by side. Ed Pelkey continues to maintain his 6 or 7 car length advantage over the 23 of Josh Lavarnway. 2 to go. Lavarnway being swallowed up by Duravage, Richner, and Joyle in the 58. Although Joyle has fallen back into that 5th spot, Duravage is going to challenge for second. Richner is going to sit there and watch for right now. White flag is out. 1 to go. D, 88, 1-2 up the backstretch, but there is no way they're going to get to Ed Pelkey. He is going to pick up a checkered flag in the second qualifier. Josh Duravage and Scott Richner will finish second and third. 4th spot to Josh Lavarnway and Bill Joyle Sr. round out the top 5 in car number 58.
Starting shotgun on the field, driving car number 50, the Vermont Life Safety Machine from Georgia. It's Joey Roberts. 8 cars take the green flag as the second qualifier is underway, and they're side by side into the second turn. St. Germain drifts up the track. That opens up some room on the inside for Bill Thwaites. Thwaites in a 69 will make it 3 wide. They're racing 3 wide right behind them as well. Joe Roberts in the 50, Bill Sawyer in the middle of the groove with the 39 car. Tyler Terry was on the inside. Roberts really trying to get to the front with that number 50 car. Kenny St. Germain again drifting up the track in 2, having to wrestle that car, almost went around on him. That could have been a real mess off the second turn. Tyler Terry goes to second. Bill Sawyer runs third. Joe Roberts trying to get to the inside of Sawyer's number 39 and take the 3rd spot. The leader out front's Bill Thwaites, and his lead is 4 car lengths over Tyler Terry in the 44. Bill Sawyer running in the third position. Again, Kenny St. Germain with the 8 has to get on the binders to try to wrestle that car and keep it from spinning out over in the second turn. Twait's the leader. Terry runs second. Roberts had third at the stripe. In the fourth spot, Bill Sawyer on the outside. Then it's Nick Haywood in the 29. Jamie Begor in the 19. The 86 for Mike Shagnon. Begor looks inside the 29 into the third turn as they race for the fifth spot. Jamie Begor trying to come through on the inside. He's got room along the front stretch. And at the stripe, it was still Nick Haywood by inches. But Begor's got a good line in 1 and 2. Off of the second turn, the race for fifth will go to Jamie Begor on the inside. Out front, it's Bill Twaits. Chasing him down slowly is Tyler Terry in the 44. It was a 4-car length advantage at one point. And at the stripe, it's down to about 2.5. Tyler Terry in the 44 running second. Joe Roberts in car number 50 runs third. Bill Sawyer works in the fourth spot with a 39. Then it's the 19 for Jamie Begor in fifth. And sixth, it's Nick Haywood in car number 29. As the top 6 cars freight train around the racetrack, Twaits looking in the rearview mirror, seeing that the front nose of the 44 getting larger and larger in the rearview mirror. 4 car lengths became 3, 3 has become 2, and now it's about 1 as they race into 3 and 4. Twaits, Terry, and Joe Roberts running 1, 2, and 3 with 7 laps down in this second qualifier for the Sportsman. And now Tyler Terry is just a half car length off the back bumper of the 69 of Billy Twaits. Sawyer sideways off the second turn, got the right rear tire off the backstretch. Jamie Begor with room now, looking to take the fourth position away as there are 2 laps to go. Sawyer hanging on to fourth at the start-finish line. Begor has been strong on the inside in the qualifier, trying to get that fourth spot away. Tyler Terry now virtually on the back bumper. So is Joe Roberts in the third position. He's right on Terry's back bumper. He's sideways in 4 as they race to the white flag. Bill Twaits the leader. Battle is now for second. Roberts on the inside, Tyler Terry on the outside. Jamie Begor has gone to 4th. Nick Haywood has gone to the 5th spot. And Bill Sawyer falling back to 6th. Here comes Bill Twaits off of turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Billy Twaits is going to win it. Tyler Terry is second. Joe Roberts third. Jamie Begor 4th. Nick Haywood 5th. 6th will go to Bill Sawyer. And 7th to Mike Shagnon with the number 86. Milton, Vermont, it's Cody Benoit. Outside from Swanton, the 25 for Kevin Boutin. Then it is the 1 New York for James Sayward. He's from Plattsburgh. The 2 is for Meadowland. And shotgun on the field, the 51, West Shazy's Freeman Sawyer. Green flag is out. And at the front, the 61 of Dan Dubuque working on the top of the racetrack, trying to take the lead away from Dave Drake in car number 3. This is a 3-wide scramble for the 4th spot going into turns 3 and 4. On the inside, it's Lance Raptoy with car number 11. And here, oh, look out! Problems. The 60 goes down to the infield. He'll take the 11 car with him. The 43 of Josh Terry also involved temporarily, but he was able to get going. And will stay under green. Everybody gets back out on the racetrack, but that is a bad deal for the 11 car of Lance Raptoy. He is the 3rd place point man. And if he cannot get back to the top 6, he would not pick up his handicap for the feature, and he'll be coming from deep, way back in the pack. Out front, it is the 61 of Dubuque, then the 3 of Drake, the 27 of Favreau, the 1 of Benoit. The 25 of Kevin Boutin moves to the inside of the 43 of Josh Terry. He's going to go to the 5th spot on the inside. Out front, Dan Dubuque is showing the way. He's got the D pit stop number 61, leading by a car length. That's the 27 of Rob Favreau running in the 2nd spot. Cody Benoit in car number 1, running now in 3rd. Drake in the 3 back to 4th. Falling perhaps back to 5th because here comes Kevin Boutin with a 25. Boutin, the 2nd place point man, just 2 points out of the top spot. And tomorrow's 25-lap feature event will decide the championship. 3-car battle for the lead. The 1 of Benoit's on the inside. The 61 of Dubuque working the middle. And on top, it's Rob Favreau who's going to take the lead away. Down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Favreau pulling away. His lead is now 2 car lengths off the 4th turn. Cody Benoit in the 1 will try to chase down that 27. Boutin goes to 3rd with a 25. The 61 of Dubuque back to the 4th spot. Running in 5th, it's Josh Terry on the outside. Then it's the 3 of Dave Drake. Here comes the 11. Lance Raptoy has really had to hustle in this qualifier to try to get back to a qualified spot so that he can pick up his handicap for tomorrow's 25-lap feature. There's 2 laps to go for Rob Favreau. Favreau to the top of the track off the second turn, maintaining a car length and a half lead over Cody Benoit in car number 1. And it's Boutin in the 25, closing in on the back bumper of Benoit with a white flag out. 1 lap to go for Rob Favreau. Benoit peeks down to the inside, drifts up the track, had to get on the binders, and now will follow the 27 down the middle of the backstretch. Final time into 3 and 4. Here comes the leader, Rob Favreau, running high into the 4th turn, way up towards the wall. Here comes Benoit on the inside. Drag race for the win, down to the stripe. It's Favreau by 2 feet. Benoit second, Boutin third, 4th to Dubuque, 5th to Lance Raptoy, 6th to Josh Terry, 7th to Dave Drake, Meadowman 8th, and then Freeman Sawyer 9th. Well, outside, driving the 115 is the Sand Lake Slingshot from West Sand Lake, New York. It's Kenny Tremont. Shotgun on the field from Middlebury, Vermont, driving the X1. It's Gardner Stone. 9 machines take the green flag, qualifier number 2. A couple of fast cars that'll be charging from the back of the pack, making their way towards the front. Oh, look out, we got a spin. Michel Vien spins. He gets a piece of Leon Gagnon on the left front, and that's going to bring out a yellow flag. All right, here they come into turn number 4 along the front stretch. Green flag. Wells in the 76 on the inside, Woodruff on the outside. Wells drifts up the racetrack. You see the rear end start to kick out on that 76. Didn't get good bite over in 2. And that allows Woodruff to take the lead from the outside. Here they come off the 4th turn. Matt Woodruff will finish the pass with the double nickel. He'll lead the field into turn 1. Wells runs second. Bertiome running in 3rd. 4th is Andy Kane. Running in the 5th spot was Leon Gagnon, but he'll use the outside lane to get around Kane and go to 4th. 5th is Kane. 6th is Kenny Tremont with a 115. So Woodruff leads. Bertiome running in that 2nd spot. Wells running now 3rd. Leon Gagnon 4th. Kenny Tremont has gone to 5th, working his way around Andy Kane's number 27 machine. Bertiome with a bobble in turn number 1. That's going to allow the 55 to get away a couple of car lengths. The lead is 4 car lengths for Matt Woodruff over Bertiome in the 1. Then it's 5 car lengths back to Mike Wells in the 76. He's being sized up by the 4 of Leon Gagnon. Gagnon sees room down on the inside, headed to turn number 1. Wells will take that line away. He shoots back up the track in 2, and then again, that opens up the line on the inside for Leon. Here comes Gagnon through on the inside now, wheel to wheel with the 76. Off the 4th turn, picking that left front tire right up off the racing surface. Leon Gagnon goes to 3rd. Bertiome has chased down the 55. He is right on the back bumper, now looks inside, going to turn number 3. Race for the lead into the 4th turn. Matt Woodruff with a 55, leading by a half car length. Bertiome looks outside along the front stretch. Into 1 and 2. Bertiome works a high line, smokes that right rear tire. Off 2, it's still Woodruff. Now Bertiome diving down to the inside, trying to get the nose underneath, couldn't get there. Woodruff in the 55 holding him off for now as they race off the 4th turn. Bertiome is right on the back bumper. Again, he'll look outside, try to work the rim to take the lead. Bertiome trying to get bite, now dives down to the inside, but it's still Woodruff holding him off. Gagnon running in that 3rd spot. Tremont's gone to 4th with a 115. But all eyes to the front, the battle for the lead. Matt Woodruff, the 55, trying to hold off Pierre Bertiome in a 1. Bertiome again goes back to the top of the track. Inside, 2 laps remaining. Bertiome cannot make the pass of the 55. Woodruff working down on the inside now. Here they come, racing to the white flag off 4. Woodruff still leading. The lead was a car length at the stripe. It's Woodruff in the 55, Bertiome in a 1. Off turn number 2, it's a car length advantage. Final time, final set of turns for Woodruff to negotiate. Bertiome, does he have a last move? No, he doesn't. It's going to be Matt Woodruff with a 55. Bertiome 2nd, Leon Gagnon 3rd, Kenny Tremont 4th. 5th to Michel Vien, 6th to Gardner Stone, 7th to Mike Wells, 8th to Jim McComb, and then Andy Kane 9th with the 27.
Levere and Clark run 1-2. Back to the green flag. Josh Leclerc on the inside is going to try to take that 2nd spot away from Chris Clark, but not going to happen. Clark moves back into the 2nd spot and to the bottom of the racetrack. Leclerc is 3rd. Justin Donor on the outside runs 4th. Leclerc sideways off the corner. Jamie LaFountain in the 20. Looks to the inside of Justin Donor. Rick Donor is 5th. LeClaire 6th. Speedy Brissett on the outside runs 7th. And that 33 car of Jason Chris, who's up a couple of spots, but he's not being scored. Clark taking a shot on the outside at Chris LeVere now as they head into turn 3. They'll complete lap 13 this time by. Still 12 to go. A lot of time left. But a good battle cooking up front. Top 3 cars run single file, but Rick Donor and Jamie LaFountain run together for the number 4 spot. Donor on the outside, LaFountain on the inside. LeVere is your leader. Had a little bit of a bobble coming off turn 4 that time, but managed to maintain his advantage. Donor looks to the inside of Clark as they head up the backstretch. Rick Donor is 4th. Jamie LaFountain is now 5th. There'll be 10 laps remaining this time. 10 to go for Chris LeVere. And as long as the 1 and 77 continue to run together, Rick Donor's going to have to try and find a way by to take a shot at LeVere if he wants to pick up his 10th win of the season. Right now, they've got him pinned in pretty good. Door opens up inside. Here comes Donor to 3rd. Here comes LaFountain to 4th. Clark is back to the 5th spot in the 77. But if anything, Chris LeVere has opened up some ground on Justin Donor in car number 1. We'll see if Justin can maintain that 2nd spot with that 95 charging up on the inside. It's still Justin Donor running 2nd in the 1. Rick Donor looking to move through on the inside now as they head into turn 4. They're going to come off turn 4 together, and at the stripe, it's going to be Donor on the outside and Donor on the inside, unable to separate them. Now the 95 takes 2nd, but he's got a lot of ground to gain if he's going to run down Chris LeVere, and he's only going to have 6 laps to do it as we complete lap 19. Jamie LaFountain has moved the 20 car into the number 3 spot as he continues his great rookie season. Five to go for Chris LeVere. Can Lightning McQueen spout wings to get to the front? Right now, he has not cut into that advantage whatsoever. LeVere, Rick Donor, Jamie LaFountain, Justin Donor, Chris Clark, top 5. 6th spot, although not being scored, the 33 of Jason Chris. Speedy Brissett being scored in 6th. Jimmy Collins 7th. 8th spot to Billy Jenkins. 9th spot to Matt Brusso. Top 10 rounded out by Kurt Seymour Jr.'s 357. LeVere getting snookered behind some lap traffic. Can Donor close in? That lead is still about 10 car lengths for Chris LeVere. Donor's going to have to deal with that slow traffic right now, and LeVere will open it back up to what it was. 2 to go for Chris LeVere. Well, as long as those shifting problems that he had about 3/4 of the way through the season don't pop up once again, Chris LeVere is going to win. Because here comes the white flag. Donor is still 6 car lengths behind. There's a pack of 4 cars, which could come into a factor as they head up the backstretch the final time. It's still a 6 car length advantage for Chris LeVere. Here comes Donor trying to close that gap. Off turn 4, final time. Chris LeVere is going to be your winner. 2nd spot goes to Rick Donor. 3rd spot to Jamie LaFountain. 4th to Justin Donor. In car number 1. 5th spot will go to the 77 of Chris Clark.
All right, Rick, we're getting Chris Lever's car positioned here in victory lane. This is win number 2 for Chris. His other win coming back on August the 11th. That was the Wednesday night midweek show that we had here at the Speedway. Chris Lever getting his second victory of the year. Climbing out now. Give him a nice round of applause, everybody. Win number 2 for Chris Lever, the driver from Gabriel's, New York. Chris gets a drink of water from Zig, and he'll come over this way. I saw Chris earlier in the pits, and he said he'd been working hard on this race car, and it paid off. Congratulations. Nice job.
Oh, yeah. We had a bad wreck last week, and we pretty much had to go through the whole front of the car. Of course, it rained all week, so it made it hard to work on the car. I have to thank my dad. He did a lot of work. My crew chief, Kevin, all my sponsors throughout the year. Without them, I wouldn't be here.
Chris, often we hear drivers say they keep an eye on the scoreboard to see what's happening behind them. Did you see the 95 moving up place by place on that board?
Yeah, I was hoping we didn't get any caution because I was afraid. But tonight, with the extended laps, I guess I was able to get out and hide. Car's running really good. Today we got the new training in it from 2 months ago. So too bad, too short, too late. But we got to win. I'm happy.
Well, magic number 2 as well for you at your second win. Nice job.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's Chris Lever, everybody.
Bombers lined up and ready to crown their champion. Here they come off turn 4. Green flag is out. It's a good even start. Whitney on the inside, Pelkey on the outside, run together up the backstretch. Here they come, 3 wide already. Joyle is the first guy to make a charge. Joyle in the 57 looks to the inside of the Coro 6. He is going to move into the number 6 spot. Richner is going to try to follow him through. They've already both gotten by the 88 of Duravage, who started in front of him. Ed Pelkey is your leader. Josh Lavarnway is second. Josh Laporte on the outside takes third. Here comes Bill Joyle on the inside in the 57. He'll take fourth. Bill Joyle Sr. on the outside wants to take that 5th spot away. Richner's going to try to move up on the inside and get a couple of spots. He's battling Bill Desato in the 36, Wade Whitney in the 24, and Bill Joyle Sr. in that 58 car. They scramble up the backstretch. Ed Pelkey is your leader. Josh Lavarnway second. Not for long. Here comes Joyle on the inside. Bill Joyle's got second. We've got trouble up in turn 3. The Gadway 63, the Arena 99 go around, and that will bring out a caution flag. Pelkey and Joyle pick it up as they come off turn 4. We are back to racing action. Outside, Joyle zooming by for the lead. Pelkey back to second. Laporte runs third. Lavarnway takes that 4th spot in the 23, but Richner moving up on the outside. Richner got cut off by Lavarnway. That opened up the door on the inside, and Duravage is going to get by Richner. Bill Desatel in the 36 has that 4th spot. There's 4 cars running all together in a battle for that 4th spot, but the caution flag is out. All right, here we go. 4 down, 21 to go. Joyle, Pelkey, row 1. This time, Joyle on the inside. They come off turn 4. Green flag is out. We got a car sideways already at the green. That was the Wade Whitney 24 who got a little bit out of shape. He may be having a tire going down, and he's headed back to the garage area. Joyle leads it. Josh Laporte is second. Ed Pelkey third. The 4th spot is the Lavarnway 23. Now this time Richner is going to go to the inside. Smart move there as that 23 continues to drift high as he comes off the 4th turn. That will allow Richner to take 4th as they head up the backstretch and drop Lavarnway back to 5th. Duravage is 6th. Mr. Cheez-It is 7th on the 36. Chad Collins 8th. John Michael Brissett is 9th. And Rob Sine rounds out your top 10. Duravage has worked his way into 5th. It's not enough right now. He's got to get by at least 2 more cars if he wants to be the champion. We spoke earlier, 2009, Josh Durivage, your points leader, coming into the final race. He had some problems and lost it. He's trying to hold on to it once again in 2010, but right now it's Bill Joyle if the race were to end.
Richner's in an 88 sandwich right now.
Josh Laporte's 45 is running comfortably in that number 2 spot. He's got about 10 lengths on Pelkey's 88. But right now, if there were team orders, you'd tell that 88 to get out of the way because Josh has got to get by him. And maybe there are team orders because he's pulled to the outside and both Richner and Durivage go by.
I don't think that was the case. I just think eventually he drifted high off 4, and that opened up room for the 21. But he was trying to maintain that spot.
10 laps go up on the board. 15 laps remain. Bill Joyle has done all he can do. Go out and win the race and hope for the best. He's got a commanding lead over the 45 of Josh Laporte. Scott Richner's 21 runs 3rd. Josh Durivage is 4th. Ed Pelkey is 5th. Rob is still fiddling with his fingers and toes to try to decide who's leading the points now. The way I have it calculated, Durivage needs 1 more car to get by Rob to get the lead back.
Absolutely right, Rick. Right now there's a 10-point differential between Joyle, who's the leader, and Josh Durivage, who is 4th. 50 points for 1st, 40 points for 4th. And of course, the deficit coming in was just 9 points. So as they run right now on the track, Joyle has a 1-point lead over Durivage. If Durivage can get by Richner, then he would be in a position where he would be ahead of Joyle in the points.
No matter what Joyle does, he needs Durivage to finish no better than 4th place to be a track champion. And right now, it's exactly where he is. They're going to complete lap 14, 11 down. Again, we're going 25 laps this afternoon as the Bombers look to declare a champion. Joyle is just running comfortably up front on a nice, clean line, looking to pick up what I believe would be his 9th victory of the season. The 45 of Laporte maintaining that 2nd spot. And here comes Durivage to look to the inside. Durivage inside, Richner on the outside. They run side by side. Contact between the two as they come off turn 4. Durivage could end up getting snookered behind the 31 of Jeanette as they head up the backstretch. And he will. That'll allow Richner to take that 3rd spot back.
Rick, that could be a championship pass for Durivage if he can get by Richner.
Scott Richner trying to hold on to 3rd spot and keep Josh Durivage from a track championship.
Now, if Richner wants to win the championship, he has to get to 2nd. So Richner in the 21 has to get past Laporte, who's in the 45, and get to the 2nd spot, and then the points could play out where Richner could end up with a track title.
It'll all play out in these final 8 laps. Bill Joyle, the leader, certainly looks like he will be unchallenged the rest of the way. If the car holds up, he's going to win because he's maintained that huge advantage on Josh Laporte, and it's another big gap back to the battle for the championship between Richner and Durivage as it stands right now. Durivage looks to the inside as they come off the 4th turn, but it's still Richner at the line.
Now, Richner could really use a yellow if he wants any shot at the track championship because they are not making much progress on the 45.
That's the battle we continue to watch. Scott Richner in the 21 and Josh Durivage in the 88. If the Durivage car can get by, he's going to be the track champion. There'll be 5 laps to go next time by for Bill Joyle. And now it may be Richner who gets snookered behind the slower car. Now just enough room as they squeeze by the Rob sign number 8. Great battle going on the track for this 3rd spot and potential track championship if Durivage can get by. At the line, it's still Richner by a bumper. That's the closest Durivage has been. Bill Joyle has completely checked out. He's got nearly a half a track advantage over the battle for the third spot and the two other guys challenging him for the title. 3 to go. Next time by. Joyle looks to the inside of the Blue Doe 5. He's got clear ceiling ahead of him as Richner and Duravage run side by side into turn 3.
In that last lap, Rick, Duravage had third, but now Richner's coming back after him on the outside.
2 to go. Next time by. It was still Duravage by a bumper at the line.
If the 88 finishes third, he wins by a point.
Up the back stretch. Joyle takes the popsicle sticks. 2 to go. Richner and Duravage have put on an outstanding show in this 25-lap event. They have run side by side within a car length of each other for nearly 20 of the 23 laps we've competed so far.
And that lap, it was the 21 who was back in third.
White flag is out for Joyle. 1 lap to go as the battle for second continues. They get around the slower car of David Arena. Sideways goes the 88 of Josh Duravage, but he holds onto it. Is there any fluid on the track and that smoke coming out of the 88? We'll see. They're going to scramble to get around the 5. Richner gets snookered. Duravage spins. Richner gets through, and he will be second. Oh, my. Bill Joyle, your track champion. Scott Richner will finish second in the points, third in the race, as Josh Duravage loses the track championship in turn 4 on the final lap. Can you believe it? Joyle, your unofficial winner, followed by the 45 of Josh Laporte, Richner's 21. They still have the 288s running together, but an unbelievable finish.
All right, Rick, thanks so much. We'll get a word with Bill Joyle in just a second. He's unbuckling the championship, coming down to the 4th turn, the final lap of the final point counting race. Bill Joyle did what he had to do, winning for the 9th time out of his car. Give him a nice round of applause. Well, Bill Joyle, congratulations. You get your 9th victory. We were talking before the race about what the strategy was, and it was pretty clear for you. Get to the front as early as possible, and that put pressure on the 2 guys that were behind you in the points.
Yeah, my goal was just to get, like you said, to the front, and I know the car handle is real good at the bottom, so I can stay real low and just hold the line. And, you know, lap traffic got a little tricky here and there, but we made it through, and here we are.
Well, lap traffic, you don't know this, but lap traffic really played a big factor in you winning a track championship, in that the 21 and the 88 race side by side for all kinds of laps, and then on the final lap up in turn number 4, there was a slower car that kind of came right into the mix, and as it turned out, the 88 of Josh Duravage ended up spinning over in turn number 4. He was in a position duking it out with Scott Richner where had he finished third, he would have had a track championship. So you did your job, and then you also had some help and really some good luck.
Well, it's unfortunate to Josh. I mean, he's a good driver. He's a good friend, and I wish, you know, things would have played better for him, but that's the way it is.
And Bill, you really also you recovered earlier in the year. There was a disqualification that really hurt you in the points, and you've been fighting throughout the year to try to get back in the thick of things in the point standings, and certainly by winning 9 times, that certainly helped.
Yeah, I had nobody else to thank but Bill Thwaites, Howard Drake, all the guys at the garage, my sponsors especially, Matt LaValle Loggin, Bridge Street Auction Service, the Book Society Cleansing, visit them at Facebook, Thwaites Firewood, Rosano Trucking, and Mad River Pizza. Thank you.
All right, way to go. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right.
Buck O'Branham racing past Jimmy Bushy. He goes to third. Bushy now back to the 4th spot. 5th is Nick Haywood. He's being reeled in by the 61 of Robin Wood. Then it's the 57 of Stoner, the 3 of Sullivan, the 50 of Roberts, the 18 of Sean Duquette. Those cars running in the top 10 with 11 laps complete, approaching the midway point of this one. Here comes Bucko Branham looking inside the 44 of Tyler Terry. Branham has position on the inside, and at the stripe he's got second. Halfway in this 25-lap feature for the J&S Steel Sportsman cars. Billy Thwaites leads by a half car length. Bucko Branham running in the second spot. Back in the month of August, we had a similar spot for Billy Thwaites. He was leading, looking for his first victory with about a lap and a half to go when the car shut down, had electrical problems, and that allowed Branham to eventually race home to the win. Branham works the inside. That's where Thwaites wants to be with a 69. Tyler Terry not going away without a fight. He's in the 44. He drives back to the second spot on the outside. Tyler Terry works the Adirondack Transmissions number 44 car back to an even position for second with Bucko Branham. Mike Shagnon had spun the 86 over in turn 2, but he gets rolling and we stay under green. Tyler Terry got a real good run on the top of the second turn that time. Really comes back after Branham for second. He's going after Thwaites on the outside for the lead. Billy Thwaites' lead is a car length. Again at the stripe, it was Terry in the second spot. Branham on the inside, back to second. Terry on the outside. He'll take that second position right back. Even down the backstretch. Let's see how the 86, where he goes to the top of the racetrack. He won't impede the progress of the cars running in the top 3. But this time it's Bucko Branham back to the second position. Out front, it's Billy Thwaites with a 69. He's been there since the early going. The 20 of Bucko Branham, about a half car length off the back bumper. Then it's Terry in the 44. The 11 of Bushy running in the 4th spot. 5th is Haywood. 6th is Robin Wood. Those cars have gained some separation from 7th place runner, the 3 of Dan Sullivan. 8th is Sean Duquette in the 18. 9th is Howard Stoner in the 57. And 10th is Joe Roberts in car number 50. Billy Thwaites leading still. It's a half car length. Tyler Terry, he's been working the outside of the racetrack for about the last 8 laps. And he's now sliding over in turn number 4, and he's falling back off of the 20 of Bucko Branham. Branham's now going to go to the outside. 18 laps complete, 7 laps remain. The 69 of Thwaites shows the way. Now Branham going after it on the outside, trying to draw even, racing into turn number 4. They'll come along the front stretch, and at the stripe, it's the 69 by a half. They touch it at turn number 1, rubbing on each other, leading over into the second turn. Branham getting a good run on the top of the track, trying to draw even to 3. Branham sticks the nose out in front of the third turn. Thwaites comes back after him on the inside. Here they come down to the stripe. 5 laps to go, and Bucko Branham's got the lead. Branham in the 20 cars. We have cars spinning up in the 4th turn. That's going to bring out a yellow flag. The yellow flag will slow the pace, but I don't believe that yellow flag comes out until after that lap had been completed, and Bucko Branham at the start-finish line had taken the lead away from Billy Thwaites. Any type of rain the rest of the afternoon. All right, green flag back out. 5 laps remain for the J&S Steel Sportsman cars, and it's Bucko Branham and Bill Thwaites. Thwaites in the 69. On the outside now, it's Tyler Terry, who has been on the outside of the racetrack for much of this race, now on the inside. And here comes that 44 on the move. Terry goes to the second spot, working the inside of the track. Jimmy Bushy in the 11 had his eyes on the 3rd spot, but Thwaites in the 69 got his car right down in front of him, and the 11 of Bushy will have to settle for that 4th spot. Robin Wood has moved to 5th with car number 61. Nick Haywood in the 29 running 6th. Sean Duquette trying to move on the outside with car 18. Branham pulling away from Tyler Terry. His lead is 3 car lengths. The 2008, 2009 track champion of this J&S Steel Sportsman division, looking for his 6th win of 2010. That would tie Robin Wood for most wins in the division. But Robin Wood is going to be the 2010 Sportsman track champion as he races inside Jimmy Bushy trying to get that 4th spot. Over in turn number 2, it is the 61 who will go to 4th. Jimmy Bushy back to 5th with car number 11. Here comes the field off the 4th turn. The white flag about to fly. White flag, 1 to go for Bucko Branham. Tyler Terry in the 44 running in that 2nd spot, holding off a challenge from the 69 of Bill Thwaites. Final time for the Sportsmen. Here they come off the 4th turn. It's going to be car number 20 and Bucko Branham. Second, it's the 44 of Terry. Third, it's car number 69 for Billy Thwaites. Finishing fourth, Robin Wood in the 61. Make that Nick Haywood fifth in car number 29. Sixth to Jimmy Bushy in the 11. Danny Sullivan was seventh in car number 3. Eighth was Sean Duquette in the, make that Bill Sawyer was eighth with the 39. Then Sean Duquette with the 18. And I believe Joe Roberts might have recovered all the way back to 10th with the 50.
Right, Rick, win number 6 for Bucko Branham. 2008, 2009 JNS Steel Sportsman Track Champion. Robin Wood will take that title away. He is our 2010 JNS Steel Sportsman Champion. Bucko getting his helmet off. He's about to climb out of this Bud Light Burger King sponsored number 20. Here he is, everybody. Give him a nice round of applause. Bucko Branham, the racing professor from Plattsburgh, gets his 6th win. And after the last few weeks, Bucko, where you've had a lot of work to do in the shop, I'm sure you're real happy to get back here to Victory Lane.
Yeah, it's been a tough 3 weeks. Nothing of our doing, just getting caught up in people's messes. Gas getting dripped on the track and just little things, and kind of let Robin slip away. But at least I tied him in wins anyways. I couldn't let him win them all. But it was a great battle between me and him. We run great all the time, and hats off to him. I'm glad he won it.
Talk about your charge to the front in this race, much of the work done on the inside, and then to make the pass for the lead.
Yeah, we knew the car was good in practice. We were turning some of the best times we've ever turned around here, and we knew the car was good, just had to be patient, and Billy was doing what he had to do to stay on the bottom, so I knew I had to go to the top and make it work, and we rubbed a couple times, but it was fun. It was real fun.
All right, congratulations on that 6th victory.
All right, thank you. I'd like to thank Casella and Liquor and Wine. They helped me a lot through the year, and I just really appreciate it.
All right, that's Bucko Branham, everybody. He gets also a 6-time winner at Airborne this season. How about a nice round of applause for Robin Wood, our sportsman champion for 2010. Robin, 6 victories, and it's just been a tremendous season for you. I really can't think of any time during the season where you had a whole lot of work to do on this race car in terms of having significant damage to repair.
No, we were very fortunate to miss most of the wrecks this year. We didn't really hurt the car at all. The car ran good most of the year. We had a couple of weeks we were off, but for the most part, we were in the top 5. It's just been a really good year. It wasn't as dominant as last year, but we had a really good year.
Yeah, there were very few instances where you would say, well, the 61's not in the top 5. Something must be wrong. This car was really steady right from the drop of the green flag back in May.
Yeah, the car is really consistent week to week, and I got to thank everybody that's helped me out. My dad, Rudy, Gary, Barb, of course, my girlfriend, Nicole, son, Tyler, and just everybody that helps us out. My sponsors, Renorac, Gunyanka Territory Bingos, Melissa's Barbershop, and Daniel Signs, just everybody that's helped me out the last couple of years.
6 wins and a track championship, and probably most importantly is bragging rights with Bucko.
Yeah, we got, to beat a champ, you got to beat the champ, and we managed to do that this year. We ended up with both the 6 wins, so just really good year.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Robin Wood, everybody. He's the track
Crowned a champion at the end of this race. Will it be the 7? Will it be the 25? Will it be the 11? We're about to find out. Green flag. Mark Karen, the 5, shows the way as the field races off of turn number 2 along the backstretch. Again, keep your eyes on the 7, 11, and 25. Those are the cars that are in the point battle for a track championship. And right now, Lonnie Rivers, the point leader, has the advantage on the other 2 competitors. The 11 of Raptoy realistically needs to just about win this race. And the 25 of Booton needs to finish at least 1 spot in front of the 7 car to take home a track championship. We do not have tiebreakers at the Airborne Speedway. If 2 drivers tie atop the points, we declare co-champions. Out front, it's Joe Warren in the lead. Warren, the 13, has the lead. Chad Provost in car number 6 runs second. Mark Karen back to third in car number 5. Then it's the 61 for Dan Dubuque. On the move is the 7 of Rivers. Also moving is they're 3 wide into turn 3. Lance Raptoy down on the inside. Raptoy coming through right on the back bumper of the 7 car of Rivers. Joe Warren leads. Chad Provost, who's won twice earlier this season, running in the 2nd spot. He's a 2 car lengths off of the back bumper of the 13. Then a good gap back to Karen in car number 5. Lonnie Rivers trying to come through on the inside and get that 4th spot away from Dan Dubuque. Here comes Lonnie Rivers in the 7. The little engine that could on the inside takes the 4th spot away from Dubuque. Right on his back bumper is Raptoy. They box it up a little bit over in turn number 2. Cody Benoit's looking down the inside of the racetrack. He'll back out of it going to the 3rd turn. Rivers appears to be slowing in the 7. Rivers falling back a little bit as Dubuque races past on the outside. Raptoy's going to go to the outside line. Rob Favreau's trying to get past as well. Cody Benoit moving up in the 1. Lance Raptoy, oh, look out, Keith O'Neill just lost the right rear tire. That tire flying off towards the wooded area off of turn number 2. It just misses the Adams glass sign, and the tire goes flying off into the trees along the backstretch. All right, ready to run again. 5 laps complete. Here comes the field. Off turn 4 along the front stretch, down to the green. Chad Provost on the outside, Joe Warren on the inside. Chad Provost on the top of turn 2, taking the lead down the backstretch. Provost in the 6, Warren in the 13. Warren fighting back on the inside. Back to an even position in turn number 4. Down the front stretch. Chad Provost is going to have the lead. Chad Provost in the 6, looking for his 3rd victory. Joe Warren in the 13 in the 2nd spot here. Oh, look out. Josh Allen in car number 10 is headed towards the billboards. He's stuck in the bunker, tries to get it rolling again, and will stay under green. Last Saturday night, Josh Allen had a soft roll over on the top of turn number 2. So we stay under green. Lonnie Rivers in car number 7, looking to take 3rd away. Cody Benoit running right with him in car number 1. Those 2 cars rubbing along the front stretch. They touch again, down into the infield. Rivers in the 7, Benoit in the 1. Leaning on each other, clobbering one another along the front stretch. And the yellow flag is going to come out because of all the debris that has been kicked up over in turn number 1. You got Provost leading, looking for his 3rd victory in that car number 6, and he's setting the pace now with Joe Warren. It's a slow pace into 4. Here they come down the front stretch. Green flag. Benoit almost right on that back bumper of the 6, getting a little help into turn number 1. Provost leading. Warren in the 13 running in 2nd. Benoit in the 1 diving down to the inside, trying to take that 2nd spot away. Lonnie Rivers in car number 7 is on the inside. The 61 of Dan Dubuque is trying to get a spot from him. That 7 car falling back a little bit. The 25 and the 11 starting to lick their chops as they race right behind them side by side. It's side by side for spots 4 through 9, 3 wide on the backstretch. Lance Raptoy works the rim around the outside of the 43 of Josh Terry. Down on the inside, it's Rob Favreau in car number 27. Here comes Kevin Booten in the 25. Booten on the inside. Raptoy gets around Terry on the outside of the racetrack. Meanwhile, out front, here comes Benoit in the 1. Benoit trying to take the lead away from Chad Provost in car number 6. Provost back down to the inside. He's even with him into the 4th turn. Down the front stretch. Here comes charging Cody Benoit in that 1. Benoit had the lead at the stripe. Chad Provost takes the lead back over in turn number 2. Joe Warren running in the 3rd spot with a great view of the battle. 4th is Lonnie Rivers. 5th is the 27 of Rob Favreau. Here comes the 25 of Booten trying to get to that 5th spot as we are halfway home for Chad Provost. Kevin Booten is now right on the back bumper of car number 7. Top 2 point guys run nose to tail on the racetrack. Rivers in the 7 is 4th. 5th is Booten in car number 25. Top 2 point guys will duke it out over the final laps, and they'll settle it themselves. The 6 of Chad Provost shows the way. Then it's the 1 of Benoit off the back bumper by a couple of feet. The 13 of Joe Warren running in 3rd. 4th is Rivers. 5th is Booten. 6th is Favreau. Here comes Raptoy trying to get on the fun as well. Raptoy in car number 11 looking down to the inside, trying to take that 6th spot away. Track championship on the line. Kevin Booten looking to the outside. Here comes Booten trying to make a bid for a championship tie. Booten in car number 25. Rivers in car number 7 even. Meanwhile out front, here comes Benoit back after the lead on the inside. 10 laps to go. Where to watch on the racetrack. Out front, they're side by side for the lead. The 1 of Benoit, the 6 of Provost. Meanwhile, for fourth, they are racing for potential track championship. The 7 and the 25. Booten on the outside puts his nose out for fourth. Rivers comes back after him on the inside. Out front, it's Cody Benoit going for the lead. Provost rubbing right on him along the front stretch. Here comes Joe Warren back in the mix. 3-car battle for the lead. Now Warren falls off a little bit. Provost in the back bumper of the 1. They lean on each other along the back stretch. Meanwhile, fourth, it's the 25 of Booten. That fourth spot picks up 42 points. Fifth picks up 40 points. That would give Booten a tie for the championship. 17 laps on the scoreboard. 8 laps remain. Cody Benoit pulling away out front. And look who's now in that fourth spot, making the pass of Lonnie Rivers on the outside. It's the 25 of Booten. Now if he can get by the 13, he could win the track championship. If Raptoy can get by the 7, the 25 would win the track championship. He's going for it on the outside. The 25 of Booten looking for a track championship, looking to get to third on the outside. Kevin Booten has the nose in front of Joe Warren for third. If he can make that pass, Rivers would have to pass him as well. Lonnie Rivers knows it. He's going to the outside right with Kevin Booten. Dave Raptoy and Lance Raptoy trying to get into the mix. Third now is Kevin Booten. As they run, he would be the track champion. Cody Benoit pulling away from the 6 of Provost. 5 laps to go for Benoit, who's looking for his 4th win. The 13 of Joe Warren pulls low on the inside. The 7 of Rivers trying to get around. Lonnie Rivers will pass Joe Warren. Right now they're tied again atop the points. Scratch that. It's actually 42. That's right, 42 for the 3rd spot for Booten, 40 for Rivers, who is now in the 4th spot. So they would still be tied atop the points. If the 25 can get by the 6, then he would be back in front of Rivers. Going for it on the outside. Booten surges into the 2nd spot. Provost comes back after him. Lap 22 going up on the scoreboard. The race for 2nd down to the stripe, almost dead even. It looked like Provost by inches. Kevin Booten trying to make that pass. Lonnie Rivers, that's his teammate in the 6 car, cannot prevent the pass. The 25 goes to 2nd. Now the 7 car would have to get past that car number 6, his teammate. 2 laps to go for Cody Benoit. Provost coming back after him on the inside. Almost got a piece of the 25, upsetting the apple cart. The 1 of Benoit with a huge lead out front. Kevin Booten in car number 25 in the 2nd spot. Here comes Lonnie Rivers passing his teammate on the inside. That would not be enough. It's 46 points right now for Booten, 42 for Rivers, a 2-point differential, 4-point pickup for Booten. Here he comes. Cody Benoit's going to win, and Kevin Booten's going to win the track championship. Lonnie Rivers 3rd, Chad Provost 4th, 5th to the 21 of Dave Raptoy. A great race. And again, unofficially, the 25 of Kevin Booten picking up 46 points for 2nd. He was 2 points behind Lonnie Rivers. Rivers gets 42 points for 3rd, a 4-point gain for Booten. That would give him the track championship by 2 points.
All right, Rick, we're down here trackside. While Cody Benoit celebrates, we have Kevin Booten with us. Kevin Booten, you have won the 2010 Versatile Trailer Sales Renegade Track Championship. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I got to really thank my crew right now. I could have never done it without them. They really helped me out this summer. I was real busy, and I was going to take the season off, and they talked me into running. So I owe this all to them, my wife and my daughter, putting up with us being in the garage every night. I really appreciate it. Thanks to all the fans, friends, and everything. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Kevin, coming into the race, what were your thoughts? Clearly, you understood you had to get in front of Lonnie by 1 position, and that 1 position by getting to 2nd with him in 3rd, that allowed you to win this championship. What were your thoughts going into the event?
Well, I just showed up, wanted to race my own race. I just wanted a lane. I thought I had a good car today. They definitely made me work for it. Part of short track racing. We did what we could today, and it looked like it worked out. So thank you.
All right, congratulations. That's Kevin Booten, everybody, and now we'll get a word with Cody Benoit, who wins for the 4th time this season with his car number 1. Come on over, Cody. On your way to the front, there were some contentious moments there. One of them right here along the front stretch with Lonnie Rivers. Talk about when you were running side by side there with Lonnie.
I try to run side by side, try to run him clean. I mean, I'm 2 inches from the wall, and he comes up, drives in my left front fender, and then I try getting underneath 6, and he does the same thing. I just race my race. I mean, just come out here to have fun. I want to thank my pops, TDI Repair Facility, Liquor and Wine Warehouse, Signs Now. I want to thank Dave Raptoid for the quarter panel and fender for this week, and Lance for the door. Thanks for coming out, fans.
4 wins on the season. Is it what you expected?
I didn't really expect. It's nice to have 4 wins. You never know when you're going to win, but the car's been running pretty strong all season.
Well, congratulations on your win today.
Thank you.
All right, that's Cody Benoit, everybody. He gets
7 down. 63 laps remain. Here they come. Green flag. Martinois pulling away again. Let's see if Patrick Dupree can hang with him for some while. Martinois certainly on a rail. A 16.2 and a 16.4 for Dupree. So again, right off the drop of the green flag, that 90 is 0.2 of a second faster than the 24. Wheel-to-wheel racing for the 6th spot. Todd Stone takes a position away from the 11 of Don Scarborough. So Stone goes to 6th. Next on his list would be Kenny Tremont in that 115. 7th is now the Brandon Bandit. Don Scarborough had a 30-point lead coming into this race in the Tri-Track Series. Should he finish in that 7th spot, that would be 72 points. Patrick Dupree running in 2nd right now with 95. That would be a 23-point pickup. And it would be a much closer point race headed to the final event to be contested in October down in Malta. Martinois will put another lap on Adam Bartamy's B3. Bartamy coming back out onto the racetrack. His lead half the backstretch over the 24 of Patrick Dupree. And that's a big gap back to Quenneville in the 78. The 10 of McGrail in that 4th spot. Tremont in the 115 has not been able to make much progress on McGrail. As a matter of fact, he's going to be fighting off the challenge from Todd Stone here in a couple of laps because Stone is actually running him down. Todd Stone with a G-Stone Motors 1X running in 6th right now. Of course, the veteran American-Canadian Tour fans will remember Todd from his late model days when he would run very successfully with his G-Stone Motors late model. He is just off the back bumper of the 115 of Tremont, about a half car length behind, trying to get to the top 5. Bartamy again will head back to the garage. Again, Martinois, a 16.3 flat. Dupree, 16.6. So Martinois is 0.3 of a second faster. Matter of fact, he might be falling back into the grips of the 78 of Vince Quenneville. Quenneville is chasing down that 24 car. Vince Quenneville, that last lap was a 1/10.5 faster than the 24. So instead of Patrick Dupree setting his sights on Martinois, he's going to be feeling the heat from that number 78 real soon. Quenneville will have to put away Dan Brown. That has not been easy to do today. Brown can be a pretty good runner in this division. Quenneville will move to the inside, get that spot, and now he's going to go after Patrick Dupree. And again, consistently, Vince's lap times are quicker than the 24. Patrick's all the way down to the 16.7 range. His times continue to fall off. Something amiss. Perhaps a tire going down, something not right with that 24. Chris Kaye coming back out on the track. He's some 49 laps down after that initial yellow flag 2 laps in. Todd Stone still seeing a lot of the back bumper of the 115 of Kenny Tremont. He can draw to the back bumper, but he cannot make a move to get past either inside or out. Tremont in that 115 is the track champion for 2010 at Devil's Bowl Speedway as well as Albany-Saratoga Speedway. There is smoke billowing from over in the garage area. That's in the area near George Foley's pit. I continue under green. Martinois has put down Jim McComb, Mike Wells, Don Runka. Next to go a lap down will be Todd Ormsby. Ormsby won a race here a few weeks back. But right now, nobody is in the same league as car number 90 in Martinois. Lap 56 about to go up on the board. They're running wheel to wheel right in front of the leader. That may slow down the progress a little bit. But at this point, it really doesn't matter. Dupree in the second spot can barely see him. Patrick's times back in the 16.5 range as he's trying to dial in that race car and find some speed. He's pulling away now from Vince Quinville. The drivers during the race are able to make some adjustments to their race car from inside the cockpit. And Dupree has made some changes that have helped that car, certainly. But unless they can put wings on that car, I'm not sure anything's going to help him chase down Martinois. Dupree now splitting, threading the needle down the backstretch, putting Ronca and Wells down a lap to him in second. Martinois has gone around Craig Riel. He's put Max Vienne down another lap. He's putting Michel Vienne down a lap. And then Mike Finney will be next in line. Lap 60 on the board. Let's set the field. Martinois is cooking. Hall in the mail and leading by the front stretch. Patrick Dupree is second. Third is still Vince Quinville. Fourth is Patrice McGrail. Fifth is Todd Stone, who was able to get around Kenny Tremont, who is sixth. Seventh is Don Scarborough. Eighth is Keith Flack. Ninth is Leon Gagnon. 10th is Pierre Berthiaume. And the 11th spot is Matt Woodruff. Running in 12th is Andy Haywood. 13th is Greg Atkins. 14th is Cody Benoit. 15th, Gardner Stone. Stone was the last car on the lead lap at 15th. Now Benoit is in that position, and he is 14th. Martinois putting the 14th place car, Cody Benoit, down a lap. Greg Atkins is next in line. He's 13th, and he's about to go a lap down as well. Black flag for Chris Kaye. He'll head back to the pits. So as the 90 goes around the one of Greg Atkins, just 12 machines on the lead lap. The last car on the lead lap right now is Andy Haywood in that number 80, and he's in the middle of the backstretch. We'll see if Martinois now with a clear track can chase him down. Patrick Dupree is still trying to thread through lap traffic himself. We'll check this lap time for Martinois. That lap is 16.426, a little over 100 miles an hour for Martinois. Patrick Dupree turning a lap time of 16.9. Vince Quinville closing in on the 24 as they race for the second spot. Don Ronca headed back to the pits. The race for second is in turn number one. Dupree with a 24. Vince Quinville had closed back on the bumper, but perhaps that was because of the traffic that Dupree, heavy traffic, was trying to work his way through. Lap 68 on the board. Martinois still leading by the backstretch over Patrick Dupree. And his lap times are not slowing very much, 16.5. Dupree turning a 16.8. Quinville a 16.8. So Patrick Dupree's times picked up a little bit, and now he has slowed back down enough to the point where Quinville has reeled him in. And he'll be trying to make a move for that second spot. Fourth is still Well, it was the 10. Now it is the 1 of Todd Stone. He has gone to the 4th spot. Pat McGrail is back to 5th, and he is falling backwards quickly. He's about to lose the 5th spot to Kenny Tremont in the 115. Tremont will come back into the top 5. Leon Gagnon is parked in the infield. A lot of miles on that number 4 motor this year. He's parked in the infield. Looks like his day's done with 72 complete. Martinois is, McGrail's day is done as well. The 10 is heading back to the pits. Patrice McGrail, who's been in the top 5 all day, headed back to the garage area. Lap number 74 about to go on the board. And now there's only about 10 cars on the lead lap. Let's set them. Martinois, the leader. 2nd is Patrick Dupree. 3rd is Vince Quinville. 4th is Todd Stone. 5th is the 115 of Kenny Tremont. 6th is Keith Flack. 7th is Don Scarborough. 8th is Matt Woodruff. Running in 9th is Pierre Berthiaume. 10th is Andy Haywood. That's it. That's all. 10 machines on the lead lap. Gardner Stone going through the infield. 10 cars on the lead lap. And Martinois continues to just take it to him. The front stretch is his lead. Although that last lap, Martinois' time, 17.1. Patrick Dupree at a 16.7. So Dupree was 0.4 of a second faster. Is the 90 starting to go away? 77 laps complete. 17.1 again the time for Roy. 16.9 the time for Dupree. So Dupree is a couple of tenths faster now in the later stages of the race. And now you see Martinois really working that right rear tire. Is not turning lap times in the 16-second range anymore. That right rear tire is starting to get used up. He's in the 17-second bracket consistently. And Patrick Dupree, well, dealing with slower cars, he was also in the 17-second range. The fastest car on the track right now is Todd Stone. Todd Stone in the 1X turning the fastest lap time that last lap at a 16.5. Vince Quinville running down Patrick Dupree over in turn number 2. Quinville looks to the inside. Dupree trying to hold him off. The top 2 drivers struggling now. Their cars in the 17-second range. If a yellow flag were to come out, this could be anybody's ball game. Andy Haywood, who is 10th, has pulled away from Martinois. At one point, the 90 was right on his back bumper. He was going to put him a lap down, but now it's the 80 and the 1 who are pulling away from the 90 car. And Dupree has his hands full with the 78 of Vince Quinville. The right rear tire for Martinois is just about cooked. How many more laps will that right rear tire stay up? That is getting softer and softer. That right rear tire is in trouble. And Dupree's in trouble too. Quinville trying to get around. He looks to the inside in the middle of the backstretch. Going for the second spot. Here comes Vince Quinville in the 78. Patrick Dupree holding him off, but for how much longer? No longer. Quinville goes to second in the 78. Dupree comes back after him on the outside. Martinois is falling back to the field. The guy who is fast right now is Todd Stone with a 1. Stone chasing down the top 3. Martinois' lead going away. Vince Quinville second. Patrick Dupree third. Pierre Berthiaume is off the pace. That could bring out a yellow flag. If that brings out a yellow, Martinois could be in trouble. Yellow flag is out. All right, ready to get back after it. Is there anything left with the tires on the 90? Here they come, off of 4. Green flag. Wow, drifts up the track. Dan Brown hanging with him. Brown is down a lap. The 40 car is down a lap. The 78 of Quinville runs second. Third is the 24 of Dupree. It's still Martinois showing the way. He'll try to nurse it home. Quinville in a 78. If he can get past the 40 of Brown, Quinville's got something for him. There goes Stone in the 1. Todd Stone in the 1. Gets past Patrick Dupree. He goes to the 3rd spot. Off of 4, Martinois trying to limp home. Dan Brown, get out of the way, says Vince Quenneville. I want to go. Here comes Quenneville to the inside. Quenneville going for the lead. Takes that past Brown's car in the 40, now eyeing up the 90. Vince Quenneville in the 78, looking to the inside of the 90 of Martinois. Quenneville to the inside of Roy. He's got the lead off 2 down the backstretch. Vince Quenneville takes the lead away from Roy. Here comes Todd Stone in the 1. Stone looks to the inside. He's going for the 2nd spot. He's got 2nd. Vince Quenneville in the 78. Todd Stone in the 1. Martinois falling back with a 90. 5 laps to go this time. Vince Quenneville looking for his first win of the year at Airborne. 5 to go. I believe it would be the first of his career at the Airborne Speedway. Can he hold off Todd Stone? The lead is 2 car lengths. Here they come off of turn number 4. They're pulling away from everybody else. The lap time, 16.5 for Quenneville, 16.4 for Stone. Stone is faster. Can he find a way around? 96 laps complete. Stone looks to the inside. Quenneville giving it all it's got right now. Todd Stone smoking that right rear tire over in turn number 2, using up his race car. Popsicle sticks are out. 2 laps to go this time by for the 78 of Vince Quenneville. Todd Stone looks inside. Quenneville hanging on to the lead. Stone right off the back bumper by a half car length. Dupree's way back in 3rd. Martinois has fallen back as well. White flag is out. Here they come for the win and the lead. It's the 78 up in a 1. Quenneville's got the lead. Stone right on his back bumper. It's a car length off 2. They head to the final set of turns. Quenneville goes down to the inside, protecting the inside lane. Here comes Stone on the inside. Drag race for the win. Down to the stripe. Vince Quenneville wins it. 2nd to Todd Stone in the 1. 3rd, Dupree. 4th, it's the 115 for Kenny Tremont. Then 5th, it's the 90 of Martinois. Holy cow, Vince Quenneville holds on with the Champlain Construction G-Stone Motors 78. And he wins his first career victory here at the Airborne Speedway. In his first, obviously, of 2010, he was able to preserve the tires and pick up the checkered flag. All right, the driver from Brandon, Vermont gets his first win at the Airborne Speedway. Consistency wins, and his car remained the most consistent through the race. And he was able to hold off a hard-charging Todd Stone over the final 5 laps. When he climbs out, I know you'll give him a big round of applause. He's still unbuckling. Here he comes, climbing out of his car now. He's from Brandon, Vermont, everybody. Vince Quenneville. Vince gets a drink of water, a much-needed drink of water, has a word with Todd Stone. We'll bring him over. Come on over, Vince. Congratulations. The first 50 laps, yeah, there's still enough left. That's the story to this race. The first 50 laps, Martinois and Patrick Dupree were just cooking away the rest of the field. And then the final 25 laps, their tires started to go away. There was enough left in yours.
Well, there's not really enough left in mine. I just still got a little dirt tracking in me, so it was pretty exciting at the end. I knew I didn't have much left, and I was loose all day long. Todd was tight. When I saw his thing on the board, I said his car's coming in. He's going to be right there. So just glad we ended then instead of about another 3 or 4 laps, because I think that would have been a different story. But
And in those final 5 laps, it looked like your strategy was keep this 78 down on the inside.
Slow down, hold on, make him go a long way around. So I did it. I'm glad. It's, thanks, everybody, hanging out here today. The weather didn't look very good, but glad everybody stayed.
You know, Vince, you've made Airborne a regular home here on Saturday nights in 2010, and we certainly have appreciated seeing you here at the Airborne Speedway, and this is a great way to really wrap up the season with a win today.
It's a really great way to finish, considering we came out of the box and blew the motor the first 2 weeks. Kind of self-inflicted stuff, but to redeem ourselves through the whole year and get back to this. We've had a couple good runs, couldn't finish them out. I'm really happy I could finish this one out.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, that's Vince Quinville, everybody.